All right, Yaya, are you still eating?
Nope.
You sure?
Positive.
I hear something in your mouth, man.
There's nothing in my mouth.
That's me. That's me.
Oh, that's shit. Wow. You just gonna expose your boy like that, huh? You just gonna be like, you know what? That's not even fair for me to say.
I'll be back to you, baby, in a minute. Okay, let's go.
All right. So what's going on, everybody? Your boy JustJaySama's in the building today, and I got two very special friends with me. I got Mr. Feast from the East himself, Avataryaya, in the building.
Wait, Feast from the East? What's good? I ain't never heard that. What's good, everybody?
And I got Meme Lord Shaddick in the building. What's going on, Shad?
Yo, what's good, my neighbor?
Oh man, you know everything is everything in the Hedgehog hood. You already know. So
look at this man profile picture and said Meme Lord. That's powerful.
Yeah, it is. So anyway, today we're talking about Final Fantasy 15. So we're actually going to talk about a couple things. So this video may be a little lengthy, so you guys can jump around. I'll leave timestamps in the description, even though I'm too lazy to actually do that. So you can call me out on my bullshit in the comment section. At any point in the video, if you guys feel the need to hit that motherfucking like button, gonna hit that motherfucking like button. Okay, it's there for a reason. It is absolutely free. But if you choose to dislike, make sure to actually leave a comment so we can understand why you dislike the video. Is it because you don't like a couple real ass niggas talking about some real nigga shit? Like how the fuck Final Fantasy managed to end the way it is? So that's how we're gonna segue into this.
Square Enix shot themselves in the foot with this one when they did that whole Uncovered event and they announced the release date. I felt like they should have just been like, yo, I felt like they should have just aimed for the New Year release, because we still haven't got anything for the Final Fantasy 30th anniversary. So right now, the only thing they got is Kingdom Hearts. You know, they could have sufficed that wait till the New Year, because I feel like they could have added a little bit more to the game. Like a few scenes that you know that was not done, and it was just like, oh, let's just... Here's my issue with 15. So we go from this open world game to this game that's just like, oh, you're just going on these basic little quests and you can't do that much. You're restricted.
Road trip.
Right. So I felt like 15 was at this point was like, okay, y'all had the open world experience. Ha 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 ha. Now let's take it to a whole nother linear storyline. Like he said, it was really like straightforward at that point, but it was confusing because all the cutscenes weren't there. The story got stupid to me, honestly, when you got to Alticia, the water place.
It did.
The ugly Hillary Clinton lookalike.
I feel like maybe maybe I can't even say versus 13, but whatever version that they had before you get to Alticia, like that's what the game was intended to be. After Alticia, everything's just like, just like shit all over the place, like left and right. Like it loses its congruent meaning. Like it just didn't make any sense in any timeline at all. Like even if you were trying to pay attention as hard as you could, like at least with like some of the trailers where they like do the battle in Alticia and you see the Leviathans like getting shot at and stuff from the trailers, I was like, how come none of that's in the game? Like there's literally one little sequence where you walk down a hallway, fight 6 guys, and then you fight Leviathan, and it's like, I don't know about that.
And it's a quick time event. It's one giant quick time event. That's another thing I gotta say. Like this game, I love Final Fantasy 15. It's one of my favorite games ever. I'm not gonna sit here and like just not deny that. But
I could deny
the game suffers. The game suffers like from like quick time events. Like you can tell the game was being rushed out. Like everything from Alticia on forward was being rushed. Like they shouldn't have had that little scene where Noctis was crying over Luna, because everything up to there, like they, for the most part, they were acting like it was political, and up until like the chapter before that, where he was just like talking about, oh man, I love her and all this stuff. I was like, you talked to her once. I was like, what are you talking about? You love her.
I was like, how do you even know this woman? What's her favorite color, bro? What's her favorite color? She like to watch TV?
Like, I'm serious. Like, this game suffers just like it's mostly the story that suffers. I could deal with the linear stuff to an extent up until chapter 13, where I just got mad because that was trash.
Like you saying, Shaddick, like my huge issue with that was that I ain't really too mad about it being like a linear story. It's just that they made it super noticeable. Like they was like, oh, I guess we tired of making the open world, so let's just.
They didn't even try to hide it. The entire game
right.
becomes on rails after chapter 9, really. Like, you're just sitting there like, what the fuck? You mean to tell me I spent this whole... And they basically lock the entire game off to you after chapter 9. It's just like, nope, you remember all that other stuff you played? Well, you know what? That's literally all of the game, and we had no other budget for any other parts of open world, literally nothing else, except for outside of this train and the last level. Like, that's it. It's just like, it's descending into Hollow Bastion.
It's all
bad shit, bro.
That's exactly what it is.
Like, bro, but like you said before, though, Jay, like DLC. I feel like what happened was I feel like it was like due in part to them not being able to finish everything. And you know, Square Enix is a big game development company and publishing company, just a gaming company in general. So you know, they're gonna find a way to milk people out of their money. So I just feel like a lot of the map is just blacked out, and we know we can visit it. Like Insomnia, we know Insomnia is massive. That's the thing. We know that place is massive. We know it has parts outside of the map, you know, outside of the town and stuff. We know it has stuff built in there, but they locked it off. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be all DLC. I'm pretty sure the entire left side of the map in the game is gonna be DLC. I'm pretty sure that entire top part and bottom part is going to be DLC.
As soon as you get to like the volcano and you're kind of overlooking all the scenery, and you'll be like, I can never touch any of this. None of it.
Like, you can see amazing. A bunch of stuff in the background. Like, nah, you can't get to it.
I don't know, because I feel like as well with the whole DLC debate, because Square Enix bogus, but I don't think they that wrong. Again, I feel like it was like bits and pieces between like design decisions between Tetsuya Nomura and Tabata. Because let's look at it. Final Fantasy 15 is literally Kingdom Hearts with GTA graphics.
I wouldn't say GTA. I don't think that's like top notch. I don't think that's the one that you want. I don't think that's the one that you want to use.
13 or something like that.
Yeah, right.
Okay, like what? Metal Gear Solid meets Kingdom Hearts. Bam.
You know what? Yeah, that's exactly what this game was. That's exactly what it is. It was Phantom Pain.
Metal Gear Noctis.
Yeah, Oh man, and it's so discouraging too, because like, for me, I play a lot of JRPGs, so I understand a lot of like post-game stuff, and then replaying the game, it becomes more valuable the more you play it. And I'm like, so is this game a traditional RPG? Which it doesn't even come close to beating. Like some of the better RPGs I've played, you know, as much shit as people talk about it, Dragon Age Inquisition, as much as people love it, Witcher 3, like I literally like never want to play any RPG game that's not as good as The Witcher 3, just because that's where my standard is at now. But that's just how I feel about it. So it's like, it takes all of the elements of a regular standard RPG and it applies it to the Final Fantasy universe, but it's not full-fledged RPG where it's just like, yeah, you could customize your 6 pairs of clothes and these super generic items with literally iron, bronze, silver, platinum, you know, like that's it, 4 types of every item, and it's just like, well, shit, you only get 3 accessory slots. What the fuck is that? Your weapons are literally the most generic fucking things that you could come up with. Like, yeah, the names are super intricate, but it's like, it doesn't have any type of evolution to it. Like the fact that there's only 4 weapons in the game that you can fucking upgrade with the little plus sign. I was thinking like I was gonna be picking up weapons from bosses where everything was upgradable, and I'm like, this is fucking lame. And then it also does a shitty job of trying to be an RPG it's also doing a shitty job of trying to be a JRPG, because it's just like, oh, we got New Game Plus. Like, okay, that was patched in literally last minute, but when you play New Game Plus, it doesn't increase the game's difficulty. It just gives you your clothes, your fucking majority of your weapons, because you're still missing, obviously you're missing the ring of Luciel or Lucy or whatever the fuck it is. You're missing the ring, and you're missing King Regis's sword. So it's like, the fuck, I don't understand. So you're just gonna literally start me over, and I have to kill these level 2 enemies and grind back through the game even though I'm level 60? That doesn't make any fucking sense. At least do a level cap to where it's just like I can reacquire items and they happen to be stronger than the items I'm currently holding. So at least that's what once again, that's what a lot of JRPGs do. When you beat the game the first time, literally nothing changes, everything except everything auto levels to be higher than you. So if you beat the game and you're level 56, well, your quote unquote level 1 enemies are level 57 when you start the game. So, you know, it's not something that's that difficult.